TJ Hockenson, the star tight end for the Minnesota Vikings, is now being labeled a primary cap casualty for the 2026 offseason as the franchise grapples with a staggering $46 million over the limit. Before we get into the details, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, where are you watching from? Let me know your city in the comments below. Now, sources tell me the situation in the Twin Cities is reaching a critical inflection point. League sources confirmed that the Vikings are currently staring down a fiscal nightmare, sitting nearly $50 million in the red for the 2026 campaign. At the center of this storm is TJ Hockenson. Just in from ESPN's Aaron Schatz, the expectation is that Hockenson could be the odd man out when free agency opens on March 11. We are talking about a player who was supposed to be the safety net for this offense, but a cap hit of $21.3 million is simply unsustainable for a team that failed to make the postseason after a massive roster overhaul. The numbers are jarring. Schatz identifies Hockenson as a potential cap casualty specifically because of those injury issues and a significant dip in production, coming off consecutive years with under 500 receiving yards. The Vikings originally acquired him in that blockbuster trade with Detroit back in 2022, and for a while it looked like a masterstroke. He was a Pro Bowler, he was a weapon, but after that devastating ACL and MCL tear against his former team, the explosive playmaking hasn't returned to the same level. If the Vikings move on before June 1, they save $9 million. If they wait until after June 1, that number jumps to $16 million. This is a massive development for a front office that is desperate for breathing room.
This is about more than just one player. It is about the entire structural integrity of the Minnesota Vikings roster. My sources indicate that Kwesi Adofo-Mensah is looking at a complete financial reset. The organization went all in on J.J. McCarthy, spending over $300 million in new contracts, but the return on investment hasn't materialized on the win-loss column. Hockenson isn't the only one on the hot seat. I'm hearing that veteran defensive tackles Javon Hargrave and Jonathan Allen are also viewed as potential roster cuts. Moving on from those two alone would claw back over $15 million. Then you have the situation with center Ryan Kelly, whose future is clouded by concussion concerns, and star running back Aaron Jones, who carries a $14.8 million cap hit that the team simply cannot justify, with Jordan Mason emerging as a viable bell cow. The league's eyes are on Minnesota because they have to get this right. They have $22 million in rollover cap from 2025, but even with that, they are underwater. The priority will likely be extending right tackle Brian O'Neill to lower his $23 million hit. But the hard truth is that star veterans like Hockenson are now expendable. In a league where the cap is king, the Vikings are finding out that you can't pay everyone top-of-the-market money when the production doesn't match the paycheck. Whether it's a restructure or an outright release, the TJ Hockenson era in Minnesota is officially on life support. This will be one of the biggest stories to watch as we head into the 2026 league year, with major implications for how this team supports its young quarterback moving forward. The expectation is mass movement across this roster as the Vikings fight to stay under the limit.